kidogo.
We are back. Thank you so very much for choosing to stay with us. And in case you're just joining us, welcome to Kenya's Gold, where the focus of the day is, of course, learning so much about how to mitigate climate change effects and also learn a lot more when it comes to sustainable agricultural practices. Now, Kenya and Africa as a whole has the potential of changing its agricultural landscape through embracing modern-day technology, including the youth, and also practicing smart farming practices. And to shed more light on that, we are honored to be joined by experts who will be talking to us about that and more. Thank you so very much for making time, Mr. Justin.
Thank you.
And also Mr. Stephen.
Thank you.
Karibuni sana Kenya's Gold.
Thank you.
And happy post mazingira day. Mulipanda miti kwanza?
Miti tulipanda, mimi nilipanda.
Ngapi?
Nilipanda na nikapata ya matunda.
Good.
Yes.
Good.
Yes. Kitu ambacho kilikusukuma ukaamua kupanda aina hiyo ya miti?
Okay, kitu ya kwanza ni kwamba tumekuwa number 1 tunatafuta kutengeneza mazingira, namba ya pili tunatafuta chakula, especially ile matunda, maembe, machungwa yenye bado ina serve kama miti ya kawaida.
Okay.
Right.
Si ambayo kwa sahi, but pia inachangia kwa afya na pia kwa lishe bora.
Great.
Thank
Now,
you.
Stefan, coming to you, do you think as a country we are taking matters environment conservation seriously now that we have this tree planting holidays? We're expecting another one on November the 13th. Are we taking them seriously? Are we planting these trees? Are we understanding why these holidays are there? Ama inakuwa tu another opportunity ya kukaa home, hakuna job, tunasikia tu ni tree planting. How are we doing with the sensitization of the importance of these holidays?
So first, like you said, it's a chance to get that holiday where we have a break from the daily routines. But on the other side, a very important initiative where even Kenyans have really embraced that guidance on tree planting and also the conservation of the environment. So apart from saying it's something that we are being pushed, we are looking at the benefits that we get after keeping the environment in a good condition.
Right.
Yes.
Out of 100%, how good are we doing as Kenyans so far?
I think we are approaching around 85%.
85?
Yes.
That's a good score.
Yeah.
Lakini tusilegeze kamba.
Tusilegeze, tuzidishe, tufikishe 100%.
All right.
Napozungumza utasikiliza kwamba ni kana kwamba ni kitu ambacho tunaendelea kupenda. Kupata ushawishi ama kusukuma wale vijana kuingia katika shughuli ya kuzingatia masuala ya mazingira, tunahitaji nini? Kwa sababu unajua mara nyingi utasikiza vijana wameenda shughuli zao, hapendi kupanda. Tufanye nini kushawishi hao vijana kuingia katika shughuli nzima?
Kwa kujibu, kitu ya kwanza nashukuru serikali kwa kutenga hii siku ya tarehe 10 mwezi wa 10 kama mazingira day. Hiyo ni kitu yenye haikuwa inafanyika hapo mbeleni. Sasa vijana wameanza kujiuliza hii siku umuhimu wake ni nini. So huo ni mwanzo mzuri. So kama sisi wakulima pia tumekuwa tukipanda miti, but pia tunastahili kufundisha hawa vijana wenye tunaita Gen Z umuhimu wa kupanda miti. Na nashukuru serikali kwanza, naipongeza kwa kutenga hiyo siku yenye kila mtu anajiuliza mazingira day ni nini. Hiyo inatupea fursa mzuri ya kuweza kufundisha wakulima na pia kufundisha the youth.
Right.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Justin, for that. It's good to know that as a country we are taking these holidays seriously na tumepatiwa rating ya 85%.
Yes.
Hopefully next year tutakuwa tumefika 90 something.
Tutakuwa hapo 90.
Sindio?
Ndio.
All right. Now moving on to the agenda of the conversation where we are focusing on smart agricultural practices. We are talking about the health of our soil, which is the most important aspect when it comes to agriculture. We understand a big chunk of our soil is degraded.
Yes.
At this point. About 63% of the agricultural land that you can practice agriculture on is degraded. What are the biggest threats to a healthy soil? And where are we getting it wrong as farmers, whether knowingly or unknowingly as well?
I think the first thing for the farmers is getting the knowledge of soil health and knowing what are the effects. So after that, the farmer will ask themselves, what do we do to establish the state of this soil? And also knowing that whatever you are planting, be it a tree, be a food crop, or any other type of plant, they have different needs for the nutrients. And then secondly, how are we taking care of that soil? Not only on the nutrition part, but also on matters like soil erosion and so on. So it begins with seeking that knowledge and then asking ourselves, what is the next step that we should take?
Okay. Kabla tuondoke hata kutoka kwako, wakati unazungumza kuhusiana na soil test ama kufanya ile, kuna acidity ambayo inajitokeza katika udongo wenyewe, na mkulima za zingine ajui atatunza vipi kuhakikisha kwamba ile tindikali au acidity inatulizwa bila kuharibu mmea yake baadaye.
Ndio. Hapo kwa mkulima tunamshauri akuje kwa wataalamu wale wanaelewa masuala ya mchanga, ili aelezewe kupima mchanga inafaa kufuata namna hii, alafu zile results zikitoka kuna jinsi ya kuzisoma ili ujue ni hatua gani ambayo utachukua, kama ni kuongeza mbolea ama ni kutumia fertilizer. So kuhusisha wataalamu ni jambo mzuri sana ambalo litawezesha hawa wakulima kuchukua zile hatua ambazo zinafaa.
Okay.
Yeah, and also maybe I can add something on soil fertility and soil testing. We want to train our youth that soil is alive. There's so many people that think soil is just soil and it's something that is does not have living organisms. So what we are trying to train the farmers, especially the youth, is that we need to take the care of our soil. Number one, if you want to understand your soil, make sure that you test your soil. Like OCP, let me talk about OCP. OCP, other than manufacturing the fertilizer, we are also giving support to the farmers, especially to the youth, where we are testing the soil for free without charging. And on this project, we are mostly looking for cooperative, youth and women groups. We bring them together, we tested their soil, and even after testing the soil, we make sure that we farm with them. We do what is supposed to be done. If we are talking about the organic matter, because that is one area that farmers have neglected, organic matter in the soil is very important. Yenye unaenda unatumia mchanga yako na yale magugu yenye yako kwa ile shamba, tunasema you use the material that is available. Unaweka mahali ama una shred kwa shamba, inaoza, ikioza, that is an organic matter. That is what we are mostly looking at, number one. Number two, we are looking at the soil acidity, the level of acidity in the soil. If the acid is high, huwa tunatumia machine, tunasema tunaangalia the pH level. If kama iko chini sana, tunasema that soil is acidic. And normally what happens is that when the acid is high, it erodes some of the nutrients which are needed by plant. So tukipima tuone kiwango cha acidity iko kwa hiyo mchanga, we advise the farmer what to do. Akifanya hivyo, rotuba yake ama acidity inaisha, na pia tunaangalia the organic matter.
Yule mkulima ana nafasi ya kufahamu peke yake kuhusiana na acidity ya udongo wake, atafanyaje? Kwa sababu ni kama ni si safari rahisi sana. Kama mimi sina nafasi ya kupata agronomist, nitajuaje peke yangu?
Okay. Siku hizi kuna teknolojia mingi. Na pia tuko na masomo kama inafanyika Mwea saa hizi uko Kirinyaga. Pia tuko na masomo kama inafanyika Mwea saa hizi uko Kirinyaga in Mwea, whereby tuko na hizo machine zenye ziko pale, yenye tunahimiza wana youth, kama kesho ni Saturday, wenye wanafanya kwa serikali, wenye hawakuweza kuenda leo, wakuja hapo kesho, ili tuweze kuwaonyesha the teknolojia mpya zenye tunatumia siku hizi, kuangalia rotuba, kuangalia the level of the acidity kwa mchanga yao.
All right, now Justin, very quickly, I'd also like for you to describe for us what is this that we are calling a healthy soil? What components does it need to have so that we can guarantee that this soil is healthy? And also given that different parts of the country, the soil is different. The texture of the soil is different. When we are measuring the health of the soil, is there like a standard, metric that we look at, or each region has different things that we look at to guarantee the soil is healthy, given that it's from different region? How does that work?
Okay, to answer you, thank you for that question. It is not a blanket recommendation. For example, if you look at tea, it needs a slightly acidic soil. So when we are talking about a healthy soil, when it comes, for example, to tea, it needs a slightly acidic soil. It's just a matter of understanding what you want to do. When we are testing the soil, looking at different crop need different level of pH.
Gotcha.
Number two, what we normally look when it comes to blanket recommendation is when you are looking at the organic matter in the soil.
All right.
Yes.
So the organic matter is the one that is blanket for every type of soil.
Yes.
Lakini hii ingine, it depends on what the farmer wants to grow in their farm.
Yes.
All right.
And when we are testing the soil, number one, we ask the farmer what he wants to grow. And also, we also check the crop that was there last season so that we can give a better recommendation.
Great.
Inafurahisha kabisa kusikiza kutoka kwako Justin Murigi, na mimi nimetamka vizuri, na vile vile Steven Deritu kwa kuendeleza kutupatia maarifa makubwa sana kuhusiana na masuala haya yote.
All right. And I'm also very curious, and maybe this is something that will help me understand after the break, Stephen. If I do soil testing because I'm very aware of what I want to grow in my farm and I don't do water testing, nitakuwa nimefanya zero work. Is there an importance of doing those two together? That will be answered after this break. But also before we take this break, allow me to tease the farm joke of the day. So we always do something here, just a game, okay? And you'll have to give me the answer at the end of the show. We are giving you the question now so that you have some time to think about it. But the rule of the game is don't overthink it, okay? And the question we're asking you today, how does Moses ule wa Biblia, make his coffee? Okay?
So ili swali Waislamu wapo hapo.
Wako kila mtu. This is an all-inclusive. All right, so the question is, how does Moses make his coffee? Please feel free to send in your guesses across all our social media platforms, and also any question that you possibly have for our experts today on the show, who are talking a lot more when it comes to the health of the soil. See you after this break.